In the Marine Corps, I was still a Jamaican, but this country had done so much for me. I was willing to die for this country. USA!
Republican Winsome Sears delivering an emotional, inspirational speech as voters in Virginia elected her to become the lieutenant governor of their state. Let's bring in Virginia's Lieutenant Governor-elect Winsome Sears. Very good to have you with us. Congratulations to you on your win last night. It was wonderful to see you up there with your beautiful family accepting the lieutenant governor win. Tell me how you felt this morning when you woke up.
Tired. Literally, because I had only slept for maybe 2 hours, and here comes the media wanting to talk about the race, and I'm thinking, it feels like I'm campaigning all over again. I was losing my voice, you know, waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock every morning and go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So where I thought I'd be able to sleep in, no, sir.
No, sir, indeed. So, you know, obviously there's a lot of talk. You heard perhaps in the tease before our segment that you are the first woman of color, lieutenant governor of Virginia. And I thought it was very interesting last night when you just said, you know, I'm black. If you haven't noticed, I think were your words. And then you said, but it's not about that. What did you mean by that?
Because we are framing too many issues in terms of race, and it just continues to divide us. And unfortunately, politicians are using it as a tool because of the things that have happened to us historically to advance, I would think, their nefarious purposes. And so if we stop just looking at race and just looking at people, because you see, I'm destroying all the narratives about race. Look at me. Look at me. I am a heartbeat away from the governorship in case anything happens to the governor. And
what this bitch just said? Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Man, you fucking black women, man. You fucking black women gotta go. It says Winsome Sears challenged Joy Reid to debate. She's basically Virginia's lieutenant governor, black woman, and she made a statement that we can't really say race because look at me. Basically saying that I've made it. Well, how the hell did you make it in the first place, man? Because you sold out. You see, the problem with you token negros is, man, you seem to forget where the hell your history come from, you know? And to show you that Esau has no respect for you because you call yourself a Jamaican. Jamaica was put on you by your oppressors. First of all, okay, you wasn't called Jamaicans at first. Okay, that term was put on you by your oppressor. You know, from the West Indies, Jamaicans, from the Caribbean, the islands. That was put on you by your oppressors, man. And then they called you black. All right, because I know a lot of you bonehead Jamaicans, you Benjamites, a lot of you don't want to identify yourself as being black. But hey, Esau labeled Negroes, Haitians, and Jamaicans as so-called African Americans, man. And this black woman got some fucking nerves to say, I would die for this country. Well, do you recall your history on how the so-called white man feel about you? This is why we say, hey, man, the Jake woman, hey, she's out of here. You can forget about her, man. All right, because she clearly is on the team of her oppressors, man. All right, she's clearly felt like she's made the American dream. I want y'all to listen to some more of this goddamn madness. And when we say that your woman ain't with you, your woman ain't with you, man. This fucking black woman ain't with Jake. Look at her. She's all in the fucking white man's face. But hey, you getting ready to find out real soon how the Most High feels about this, because I got a couple of precepts here that's gonna knock her out pretty much. It's gonna cut all that madness that she's talking because you running for lieutenant governor. Don't you know that Esau put you in positions of power so he can use you as a tool over your men? And a lot of you're starting to realize that, but you don't care because a lot of you are too self-absorbed to even give a damn about nation building. But instead, you all about your selfish ambitions. So let's hear what this demon said, and we're going to go a little bit more into it.
And how are you going for various purposes? And so if we
Various
stop
purposes.
just
Give me a break.
looking at race and just looking at people, because you see, I'm destroying all the narratives about race. Look at me. Look at me. I am a heartbeat away from the governorship in case anything happens to the governor. And how are you going to tell me then I'm a victim? And I didn't do anything special to get here except stay in school and study.
Oh,
I
wow.
took advantage of the opportunities. They're available here in America.
That's a lie, because for one thing, you were handpicked, you were chosen. A lot of you senators and governors, you have to sell out, okay? You have oaths you have to take, okay? You have rituals you have to undergo. Talking about you just went to school and became, if it was that easy, it'd be more Jakes doing that, okay? But you notice it ain't that many Jake governors. But lately, as of lately, you've been having a lot of Jake mayors pop up, like this chick from St. Louis. I forgot her name, but she's a Jake woman. And you got this token Negro by the name of Quentin Lucas. That's the mayor over Kansas City. And guess what? All I'm doing is bidding of the fucking white man. They're doing the bidding of Esau. They're not helping you Negroes out, man. Because guess what? Every last one of them are trying to mandate that yacht, man. And you think she's going to be any different? And on top of that, she's a Democrat. The Democrat Party have fucked you niggas' heads up, man. All right? If I ever known, you Jakes that put your trust in any political party you put your trust into, it's done you no good. The Republicans just come out and straight up say, look, we ain't dealing with y'all. Then you got the Democrats. They're getting you, they under the Jim Jones Act, man. They coming with smooth speeches, and they giving you the poison Kool-Aid. And a lot of you dummies out there, you still gonna go down and oppose and put some fucking demon in office, man. This is why we say to hell with the 2/3 of our people. Talking about, oh, I didn't do anything special but went to school. All right, woman, if you say so. Anyway, so let's look up this slavery in Jamaica. These are all pictures and depictions of slavery in the Caribbean. Okay? Now remember, this is a product, well, she could be a tear, but regardless of it, if she's this goddamn black, you better believe that she had ancestors that was in slavery picking cotton, man. The hell you think they got sugar cane from? Sugar cane fields. They was down in the islands, man. That was a very big commodity of exporting sugar cane up into the United States. Very lucrative field, and they needed slaves to do that. And a lot of you peasy head Benjamites, you were on the fucking cotton fields. Okay, so what are you talking about? I will die for this country. You know what, man? All right. Well, you know what? You're going to be destroyed with the country. Since you want to so-called defend it, then the Most High is going to allow you to be destroyed on this soil. Because like I said, our people, mainly our women, they're a bunch of traitors. They're a bunch of turncoats. Okay? And the Most High is getting ready to do away with that. He has a nice, well-read solution for that in the form of ICBM nuclear missiles. That would solve this problem right here. Because most of these women, they feel like that. You know, oh, well, as long as we made it in a white man's society, we all good. But don't you see that the white man's society is falling, man? Look at this. Slavery. Jamaica. And a lot of the slaves that went down to Jamaica, they came from Scotland, Wales. A lot of them came from the UK, or known as England at that time. A lot of you come from the West Coast, Northern Coast. A lot of you Benjamites, man. But you seem to forget your history. All right? So anyway, it says the Jamaican slaves were bound, indentured to their former owner's service, albeit with the guarantee of rights until 1838 under what they call the apprenticeship system. It says, which is an abolition of slave trade in 1808 and slavery itself in 1834. However, the island sugarcane and slave-based economy faltered. Okay, well, when they say that you were free, you was not really free. You was just emancipated. You were translated. Okay, because it says those Africans, and see, they're disrespecting you again and calling you Africans. But it says those Africans who endured and survived the horrors of the Middle Passage would then begin a life of inhumane treatment of the plantations, which including working without pay, whipping, torture, and sexual abuse. Oh, okay. Hence the woman, Miss I Will Die for My Country. It says many remain or kill as punishment for daring to seek freedom. You know, so this is just a history of your history, and they calling you black, but you identify yourself as West Indies or Jamaican. Wow, my people, man, they're totally with Esau. So I did some research on this demon, and she looks like a simpleton. You know, she looks simple as hell. Lieutenant Governor-elect of Virginia. You notice they putting all these black women in power now, because that's the prophecy of Jeremiah, I believe 31 and 22, when it says that a woman should compass a man. This is all prophecy, man, for the destruction of America, because when you have women at the forefront of rulership, that's a symbol of weakness and vulnerability, because women were not meant to be put in a position of power. Okay, that's a man's role. Women have their particular roles in life, in society, and it's not to be lording or running or dictating nations. That's not how the Most High set things up. Okay, so this woman feels she's made it. It says here she's from Kingston, Jamaica, which a lot of you niggas, you from there, political party or Republican. So she's a Republican. I thought she was a Democrat, but regardless, she's still doing the so-called white man's bidding. But this is the prime example on Eve and the serpent. It never gets old, man. All right. So this is the book of Isaiah 13, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 14, because the so-called white man gonna leave you women, man. It says, and it should be as a chase roll, and as a sheep that no man take it up. And it says, and they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. So everybody's gonna go back to their respective kinds. But because you sold your kind out, you know, because you got a lot of Jake, man, that's not vibing with it. You sold your people out, so therefore you can't come back to this side. You know what I'm saying? You're not accepted, because when all hell breaks loose, your people not going to accept you with open arms, man. And that's another thing that you women don't understand. You have to understand, once you chose a side, you have to stick with that. Okay, you can't just come back sucking your way up to your men. You know, that's why it's a very foolish thing. It's very foolish for you women that deal with the men of the Lord to have that man to put you away, or to walk away from that man, or to cause that man any problem. We're in a time now that things are happening, man. Like, open your eyes up. The things that we've been prophesying about are coming to pass without a doubt. And yet you still got these demons that's being proud against the Most High and his Son and his men. That's a heavy demon right there. That's an enemy. Okay. Just hoping that our words will somehow falter and we all turn out to be liars. It's not happening. Okay. It's not going to happen. And it says here, and everyone that is found through should be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So you want to be joined hand in hand with this devil, and you're going to be destroyed right along with him. Okay? You're going to be destroyed with him. For all you what do you call it? And Uncle Tom was actually trying to help Jake. You got Sambo. Sambo was the real Uncle Tom Negro, the token Negro. You know, because when you token Negroes get a position of power, you think you better than everybody, man. Ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing worse than a Jake in the corporate world. When Jake is in the corporate world, they get a couple of Edomite lunch buddies, and then they start taking on the spirit of them Edomites, man. Seeing to forget where the hell they come from, but hey, behind your back, they calling you a nigga and throwing all types of dirt on you. But because you can sit down and eat caribou coffee, drink caribou coffee, and eat Starbucks Twinkies, you niggas think that you're on high. Like, what's that song with the Jeffersons? We finally got a piece of the pie. You ain't get a piece of a goddamn thing, man. It's pathetic. All right. This is the book of Proverbs 11, and I'm gonna start at verses 21. It says here, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous will be delivered. So her little speech and her little sentiment, you know, her little shenanigans that she's speaking about, is just all going to fly away as a dream, okay? Because if she don't realize that this man is the devil, then she's going to realize he's the devil. Because guess what? He don't care about you being lieutenant governor. You're expendable at the end of the day. You're just put into power as a ploy to cause confusion among the people. You know? That's all that you set up for, okay? So anyway, yep, it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be punished. So, hey, you ain't gonna jump in front of a missile, Esau. You try to jump in front of a missile and say stop, the missile is gonna hit you. You know, it's gonna hit you because you black women, you're gonna ride this devil's gravy train all the way into the pit. You're gonna ride his coattail even when he's trying to let you go, because hey, Esau has turned his back on you women, and you still trying to hold on to this man. This is unfucking believable, man. And this should make you tribes mad. All right, like honestly, she shouldn't be able to step foot back in Kingston, because look at what America has done to those Jakes down there in the island, down there in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, Barbados. They didn't forget that shit, man. That's why a lot of them Benjamites, man, down there, they're real rebellious, man. They kidnap a lot of you Edomites down there and torture your ass. They just don't talk about it. But you Benjamites that seem to come to America, you seem to think that you've made it. And you're going to hear what the hell this demon said, too. But anyway, I'm going to bring out one more precept, and I'm going to just let the video play. This is the book of Jeremiah 4, and I'm going to start at verses 30. It says, "And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? It says, though thou closest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou writtest thy face with paintings, but in vain should thou make thyself fair, and thy lovers will despise thee, and they will seek thy life." Okay, this is talking about the nation of Israel in general, because the other nations that we've laid down with, they did have us in captivity, and they did sell us out, so to speak. Okay, they've had their way with us. But on a simpler note, you women that run down to Esau's system, you all gung-ho for his jobs, his licenses, you know, his livelihoods, his dream, which is nothing but a nightmare for you. You're going to find out the hard way, because verse 31, it says, "For I have heard a voice as a woman in travail, and an anguish as of her that bringeth her forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is weary because of murderers." And that's the song you tribes are going to be singing in a little short while. Mainly you women, because the brother did a lesson that I didn't check out yet. Lord's will, I check it out. But he did a lesson titled, "What would you women do when society collapses?" What you gonna do? Because Jake is headed with you fucking women, man. Jake is headed with the woman, man. Period. He's headed. You know? So a lot of frustration. The Most High is headed with you. So a lot of the frustration and the turmoil, the Most High is getting ready to take it out on you Israelite women, man. Because you've done nothing but defile the Lord to his face by disrespecting his men, disrespecting him, serving other gods, etc. Okay? Jeremiah 31:22, it says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?" Okay, and clearly she claims she's from Kingston, Jamaica, that she could be a tear. But I'm going to just give her the benefit of the doubt of being an Israelite. So she would be considered a daughter of Zion. All right. And it says here, "For the Lord have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." Okay. And this is what you're seeing here. So anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a ball.
I wasn't born here. This is not my culture, not my country, but it allowed me,
But
America
you'll die
allowed me
for
to
it.
come and do for myself and for my family. And I remember when I was wanting to go to college, I had 3 children under 5. My husband took a lower paying job so he could stay home because he already had his degree. And I put one of my children on the back of a bicycle so that I could get to college. So no one can say to me, I don't know what it is to be poor. You're looking at the American dream. So we can do better. And it's not 1963 when my father came at the height of the civil rights movement, 17 days before Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech. We're better than that. We're always going to have problems. I understand that. I'm not saying we're perfect, but you can see those people at the border right now trying to get in. They're dying to get in because they know if they can put a foot on American soil, the trajectory of their lives will change just as it did for my father.
America's done, sweetie.
You know, here's what Joy Reid said last night, and I want to just get a quick response from you, if I can, over on MSNBC about the Youngkin win and your win. Watch this.
You have to be willing to vocalize that these Republicans are dangerous, that this isn't a party that's just another political party that disagrees with us on tax policy, that at this point, they're dangerous. They're dangerous to our national security because stoking that kind of soft white nationalism eventually leads to the hardcore stuff.
Your reaction to that, Ms. Sears?
I wish Joy Reid would invite me on her show. Let's see if she's woman enough to do that. I'd go in a heartbeat and we have a real discussion without Joy speaking about me behind my back, if you will. She talks about white supremacy. Does she know that I ran against a white supremacist? I mean, Joy, come on, get your facts straight and then come talk to me. I'm waiting for you.
We hope she'll take you up on it. You have a lot to say, and a lot of people very inspired by your message last night and your win. Winsome Sears, the new lieutenant governor when you're sworn in of the state of Virginia, Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you so much for being here today. We look forward to speaking with you in the future. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Martha, and thank you for your viewers.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all